What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus package update, daily news, pretty much everything going on here in our country and in Washington, D.C., money, investing, the stock market, everything you need to know about on a daily basis. Remember that new videos come out here on our channel every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so don't miss any videos. I will keep you up to date with everything going on here in our country. And if you find these videos helpful, don't forget to hit the like button for us down below. Well, now that the Senate and the House are back here in session after the Thanksgiving break, they, got right to work here with a vote last night. Well, check this out.
On this vote, the yeas are 45, the nays are 51. 3/5 of the senators duly chosen and sworn not having voted in the affirmative, the motion is not agreed to.
Okay, Mr. President.
The majority leader.
I enter a motion to reconsider the failed cloture vote.
The motion is entered.
Yeah, so late last night, the Senate voted on the NDAA bill, the National Defense Authorization Bill, to fund the military, the national defense here for the country, and it didn't pass. And this is just one of the things they have to do here before the end of the year, as well as a government funding bill to prevent a government shutdown that has to happen literally here in like 3 days before December 3rd. And we have a government debt limit that has to happen before December 15th. And this just shows that, Republicans and Democrats are not getting along in any way, shape, or form right now. And this just goes to show that things are going to be very difficult going forward. They can't even agree to fund the military, which is something that normally Republicans and Democrats pretty much get along with. Even Senator Bernie Sanders has said here recently, if you've been watching our show, he gave a speech that says, when it comes to funding the government, Republicans and Democrats just shower it with billions of dollars, $750 billion around every single year to fund the government, even though we're not at war right now. In fact, they're spending more money now this year than last year, even though we've pulled out of Afghanistan. So, but nonetheless, this bill failed, and they do not have an agreement to fund the military here before the end of the year. I mean, of course, they still have time to do this, but it just goes to show you that they have to fund the government now here before December 3rd. They have to pass the debt limit before December 15th, or our country will literally default. And of course, we know what's at risk there. Payments to Social Security could be delayed. Payments to child tax credits, 65 million children could be or will be delayed. Bond interest to literally anybody that has payments to the U.S. Treasuries or anything like that, and the full faith and credit of the U.S. government is at risk. And this just goes to show you that things are going to be very difficult, because this is something that normally is pretty easy for Congress to pass. Normally, Democrats and Republicans are pretty. Normally, they pass this type of thing with flying colors. And I'm just telling you, this stuff is not going to be easy going forward. Senate Republicans on Monday night blocked a mammoth defense policy bill, throwing the legislation into limbo as Congress heads into a packed year-end schedule, along with a few Democrats here as well, Senator Bernie Sanders and a few others. The Senate voted 45 to 51 to start winding down debate on the National Defense Authorization Act, the NDAA, which sets spending levels and policy for the Pentagon. But that is short of the 60 votes needed to overcome the hurdle. Republican Senator Susan Collins was the only Republican to vote with the Democrats to advance the bill, while Democratic Senators Ed Markey from Massachusetts, Jeff Merkley from Oregon, Elizabeth Warren from Massachusetts, and Ron Wyden and Bernie Sanders voted against moving forward with 46 Republican senators. The setback comes amid a stalemate allowing votes on amendments to the bill. Leadership previously got a deal before Thanksgiving recess to allow 18 amendment votes, but that agreement was blocked by several Republicans who didn't get their own proposals included. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said, quote, Republicans just blocked legislation to support our troops, support our families, and keep Americans safe. Republicans' dysfunction has again derailed bipartisan progress. He said from the Senate floor, calling the Republican stance inexplicable and outrageous. He said, despite this vote, Democrats will continue to work to make sure our troops get paid and our vital defense programs can continue. But on the other side of the coin, Republicans said no matter how important this is, that doesn't mean that we'll accept the fact that Senator Schumer wants to jam it through the Senate without adequate consideration. Let me be clear, Senator Schumer has put us in this position today. He waited more than 2 months after we filed the NDAA to bring it to the floor. 2 months, said Senator James Inhofe from Oklahoma, the top Republican on the Armed Services Committee. Now, this complicates things because they also have to fund the government here in 3 days by December 3rd. They have the stimulus package as well that the Democrats are trying to pass on their own. And we have the other Democrats like Joe Manchin and Senator Kirsten Sinema, as well as the debt limit, which they're going to have to probably get agreements from Republicans as well. It's looking more and more likely that now that we're down to 15 days, December 15th is the estimated date that we're probably going to have to see Republicans and Democrats agree on that as well to keep the government from defaulting. The more days that roll by, the more and more it looks like the Democrats are not going to be able to pass that through the stimulus package. And the more and more it looks like Republicans and Democrats are going to have to agree to come up with an agreement between themselves. And yet, Republicans and Democrats can't even agree to fund the military, something that normally, even Senator Bernie Sanders says normally they just shower the military with money. So, yeah, things are going to get very, very interesting this week. Check this out.
In the past. Now, the issue is Democrats are eager for a full-year government funding and appropriations deal. They complain that the government is still functioning at levels previously agreed to in the Trump administration, and they argue that Republicans have not shown the same level of urgency to cut a new deal in the Biden era. But are they going to force a government shutdown to push that? That seems highly unlikely. The most likely situation is that they punt this into January with another stopgap bill, likely toward the end of January, and keep the government funded at existing levels and give themselves a little more time to do it. Now, they could fall backwards into a government shutdown if they don't move quickly, if they don't move in the next day or two, because if you get to Wednesday or Thursday, a single senator objecting could push this past the Friday deadline. It's known to happen. It's been known to happen in the past.
And Sal, meanwhile, Senator Schumer says he wants the Senate to pass the Build Back Better Act by Christmas. Is there a lot of confidence in that timeline?
Confidence, yes. Is there certainty in that timeline? Absolutely not, because they have a lot to do before then, and Democrats are getting to work on this. Now, the first thing they have to do is amend the House-passed Build Back Better Act, that $1.7 trillion bill, to make sure that there are 50 votes in the Senate. That is likely to mean changes to provisions like guaranteed paid leave, as well as the state and local tax deduction. The next thing they have to do is to make sure everything complies with the rules. Some provisions, most notably immigration, are at risk of running afoul of what's known as the Byrd Rule, making sure everything is a matter of taxes and spending. And finally, after that, they're going to have to go through this vote-a-rama process where Republicans can offer unlimited amendments. They're going to try to remove some parts of the bill. They're going to try to edit some parts of the bill. And Democrats have a very challenging task of keeping all 50 of their senators in line to defeat poison pill amendments that could disrupt this deal. It's going to be a monumental task for Senator Chuck Schumer. But Jose, there is a strong, strong desire among Democratic leaders not to punt this into the new year, because once the year changes from 2021 to 2022, midterm jitters creep in. People can go home for the holidays. President Biden's popularity is worrying some Democratic lawmakers. They're desperate to get this done by the end of the year.
Another interesting thing going on right now here in this article from yesterday, the U.S. Treasury Department is redirecting rental assistance funds. Yeah, check this out. The U.S. Treasury Department is planning to shift federal rental aid from some jurisdictions with unused funds. So some of these states or areas that have been slow to send out rent assistance, they're going to apparently start shifting that to maybe some areas that have run out of rent assistance, as other areas stare down to areas at a backlog of requests. The department said on Monday that the office has begun a process to reallocate available aid from grantees that have unused funds, as it works quickly to distribute more than $46 billion with a B in assistance allocated to states during the pandemic. It's unclear which areas stand to receive more funding in the coming weeks. The Hill has reached out to the office for comment. The Wall Street was first to report this news on Monday. According to the Journal, officials say Montana and North Dakota are among those that have not yet distributed a single portion of the already allocated aid. Does that mean that they haven't sent out any money for rent assistance? They have not yet distributed a single portion of the already allocated aid. If that's the case, that's pathetic. Pathetic. However, the department said states such as Texas or New York, where officials have called for an increased assistance, have almost distributed all of their aid received thus far. I believe I've seen comments from you guys that Texas and New York have paused their rent assistance program. Maybe they'll be getting more here soon. And remember that when they pass this next stimulus package, there is going to be $25 billion more in rent assistance alone from the next stimulus package currently in the bill. Now, remember, the bill can change significantly in the Senate, but there's currently about $25 billion more in rent assistance split up for all the states. Okay, billion with a B. That money goes directly to the people. Well, it goes to the states and then it goes to the people. There's also $9.9 billion in homeowners assistance that is literally starting to go out right about now or very, very soon. Some states have a waiting list as they're kind of starting to roll out these programs. And there's also utility assistance that's going out right now for all, if not most states, of anywhere from like $500 to $1,500. I have links for you guys down below in the description of this video how to apply for these programs, or I'll link you to that at the end of this video. But basically, when they pass this next package, there's going to be a lot more money available. So you've gotten this in the past. Rent assistance can be anywhere where they pay for 3 months to 12 months of your rent. So if your rent's $1,000 a month, just for like a nice round example, you can get $3,000 to $12,000 of your rent paid. And we have probably had over 10,000 people from our community here get their rent paid just by me sharing this information with you and showing you guys how to do this. So definitely apply to do this. It's free to apply. All you got to do is watch the video. I have a video in the description of this video. I'll link you to it at the end of this video where you can just click on the screen, and it just takes you like an hour of your time to do it. I show you how to do it, how to find programs in your state, and there's going to be more available in the next upcoming stimulus package. This is one of the best stimulus programs to do, and definitely share this with your friends and family, and there's going to be more of it. So even if you got it in the past, if you got 3 or 6 months again, or in the past, you can get more of it. Okay, so keep that in mind. Quote, Oregon has also reported that all of its funds are spoken for between dollars that have already gone out the door and applications in process, the office said, before adding that under the ERA statute. Obligated funds cannot be recaptured and used for reallocation. Okay. Last month, the office said that over $2.8 billion in aid was distributed to more than 521,000 renters and landlords through the Emergency Rental Assistance Program, ERA. Over 2.5 million payments have been doled out this year under the effort. Yeah, so a lot of people are being helped by this. 2.5 million payments. That's really, really good. That's a lot of people being helped. But some states have continued to struggle to distribute the aid quickly. Officials also told the Journal that certain areas have received more aid than needed, while others push for more funding. There is less unspent money today than there was 6 months ago, but we're still committed to make sure that the money that is unspent gets reallocated as quickly as possible, says the Deputy Treasury Secretary. Quote, there is a need to make sure that we get this money to tenants who need it. The Treasury said on Monday that at the current pace of distribution, they anticipate approximately $25 to $30 billion in allocated federal aid will be spent or obligated overall under the initiative by the end of next month. So yeah, definitely you want to be applying for this. If you have friends or family, any family members that you know, share this video with them, share this channel with them, tell them to subscribe, tell them to apply for this. If you're low income, if you've been on unemployment recently, if you've been affected by the pandemic, if you're behind on rent, if you're not behind on rent, if you're low income, some states require you to be behind in rent, some states don't. Some states are loosening up on these restrictions. If you're low income, apply for this. Basically, I get a lot of questions. Jimmy, should I apply? Should I not? The answer is yes, apply. Because worst case scenario, they say, you're just not eligible and it just took you like an hour of your time. Okay. The way it kind of works is you'll go and you apply, and it takes a couple weeks, and then you find out if you got it. Okay. And I have a video showing you how to do this, how to find the programs in your area for each state. Okay. And basically, you fill out an application. It's free to do so. You do it online. And as I said, there's maybe a couple states that have paused this right now, but still, even if you're from one of those states, they're reallocating funds to those states. And there's going to be even more money coming to all the states here once they pass this next package. So you want to know how to do this. You want to go and apply anyways. Okay. And this is literally like money in the bank. Okay. So if you get 6 months of your rent paid, it's $6,000, guys. This is like serious money. This is just one of the stimulus programs that are available right now. There's also utility assistance available right now, linked down below in the description of this video as well. All sorts of different programs like this. There's also internet assistance available as well also. And the internet assistance website is getemergencybroadband.org. Getemergencybroadband.org. Just write it down. Getemergencybroadband.org. It looks like this. This is the website. You can see it's an official federal communications link. And I've literally had thousands of people that have gotten this. You're going to see here, you get up to $50 per month off your broadband internet service, which is basically your home internet or your cell phone bill. $75 off your bill if you're on a tribal land, or $100 off if you want to buy a laptop, tablet, or desktop computer, and you apply right here on this website. Okay. That's all I'm going to cover for this particular video. But if you haven't got this yet, or if you haven't even applied for this yet, again, apply for this. It's getemergencybroadband.org. Make sure the website looks like this. In fact, I will just put a link in the description for this as well, so you can apply for this if you haven't yet. It's $50 off per month until this program runs out of money. This is from the third stimulus check package. Okay. So, like I said, this is what I do, guys. I'm here helping you guys, letting you know about all these different programs. There's going to be more programs like this from the next stimulus package. And honestly, there's going to be more programs even after this next stimulus package passes. So, there's state programs, county programs, city programs. There's going to be another stimulus package after this. And I'm going to keep you up to date with just the daily news as well. Everything going on here with our country and everything you need to know about. So, make sure to subscribe down below. I'll keep you up to date with everything, everything going on here in our country, and you guys here as a part of our internet extended family. So let me know your thoughts. You can click here to watch our newest video next. You can click this top video on how to apply for for how to apply for rent assistance. This bottom video is how to apply for utility assistance. And if you want to apply for homeowners assistance, the link is down below in the description of this video. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.